Hello, all. A little bit, maybe a 30-minute live with Dr. Rob Kiltz, and just sharing some thoughts and ideas towards health and wellness. Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. We're on the Dr. Kiltz MD, KD Kadartma. Hello, Marie, Vaza, BBS, Glass, Alex. Hello, how are you guys doing? Another carnivore keto day. I had a little bit of snack of some salami and prosciutto today. And then I get home and I made a little bit of ribeye, a little bit of liver, and a little bit of bacon. And Bevy girl, how you doing? And I got a chance to watch a little bit of Kevin Stock on Steak and Butter Gal and the gang, and you got to check it out. I'm not doing my interview with Raymond, the coach Raymond. We're going to work on next week. I'm hoping Wednesday. Sherlyn, how you doing? There's so many concepts and ideas that we're working on. We got a weekend of Memorial Day coming up. Caroline, how are you doing? Let's see. I know it's across the ocean for sure. Brianna Marie, how are you doing? I hope everyone's working on health in the mind. I always say faith is the first thing we need to practice. Whether you're religious or non-religious, spiritual or not, you're atheist, agnostic, it doesn't matter. The mind is the first place to go. Deanna, 48 hours faster than getting ready. Listen, I've done 48, 72. I work on my one day. I've been working on more sort of just using my body and doing some light exercises. I get in my weights a little bit, on my bike a little bit. You got to keep moving. That's really the most important thing. Motion is motivating. Zach Bitter, if you haven't seen my interview on Zach Bitter from Melbourne, how are you doing? Down Under, if you haven't read The Secret by Rhonda Byrne and seen so many, I did the Gary Fettke talk. I just spoke with Anthony Chafee recently. So many great people sharing these ideas of health and wellness in so many different ways. So I'm deficient in vitamin D. Is it important to supplement yourself with K2 also? The liver, the fatty meat is critical. Some vitamin K2, that's fine. I think you'll find as you really get rid of the plants, remember, the plants are chelating. They're stealing your minerals and vitamins from your gut and also from the rest of the body in one way or another. So it's really pretty interesting. Tamara, how are you doing? The baby's way, bacon, eggs, butter, beef, intermittently feasting. That's, I say one meal a day is like the rock solid, amazing. And this idea that you want to try to eat as much as you can, I eat till I'm full. And hey, Sylvia, how you doing? We're working, we're going to keep working on that. I'm not an almonds, Sarabia. I'm not an almond fan. I think almonds are deadly. Seeds, nuts, fruit, fiber, grains are deadly. And so I work not to touch them. Listen, I used to be a fan of all that stuff. And I used to have terrible bowel bleeding, arthritis, psoriasis, migraines. I am still a little neurotic, wouldn't you say? But these ideas that I've learned from so many over the years. Maria Emmerich, I'm going to be doing a live coming up. Maria Carnivore Cavelli is tomorrow night. Austin, I think it's at 7:00. But it's amazing. Let's see. Klein, I prefer ribeye steak and the fattiest you can get. I use Snake River Farms, but go local, ask for the fattiest. I like the thickest. I'll often cut it into smaller pieces. I put it under the broiler. Cast iron pans are probably best. You might just line the pan with a little bit of a lard or ghee or butter, but you don't need to. I'm telling you, the fat that comes from this is amazing. I just sprinkle a little bit to taste. I think salt is important in our diets, but a lot of people say no to salt. It's naturally in the foods we eat, but for some reason, a lot of animals are doing salt licks out in the wilderness. They're licking the stones which contain the salt, and a lot of it is deposits from the oceans that have deposited sand and it's hardened into stone over the millions of years. So let's see, Klein. I'm not a big seafood fan, but crawfish, oysters, clams, lobster. I love. If you find a really good salmon, I think it's good. But I stick to ribeye steak 99% of the time. Thinking about the rest of the embryos, Sherlyn, thinking about testing them. I'm not a fan to test embryos. If they tested me, they would have thrown me out. That's really it. Local fish meat, happy. Yeah, I think if you look at your local Himalayan sea salt and ghee, I love the Malden salt. I think that's really great. I grew up in Southern California, Costa Mesa, Irvine, Newport Beach area in the summers, and they used to have these salt flats where they put the ponds, they dry the seawater, and then they'd load up the salt. It's quite amazing. I think wild salmon is okay. Again, I'm always staying away from the fish because they're drinking probably the polluted waters of the world. Extra fat when cooking your steaks. I typically don't need to because they're really heavy in fat already. I don't think it's needed. But if you're eating lean meat, then add the butter. That I think is really helpful. Beef intestines, tripe. I think tripe is good. The beef intestines are likely still part of a natural, instinctual, or proper human diet. Thank you, Ken Berry, Nisha Berry. Don't forget to check out Ken and Nisha Berry on what they're sharing. We're all looking to share things for health and wellness. I'm working on really the idea of medicine. Again, like social media, it's social medicine is the key. Let's see. Down to earth. Thank you, Bevy Girl. Listen, I'm a reproductive endocrinologist. I'm a fertility doctor. I did internal medicine, then I did OBGYN, and then I went into reproductive endocrinology and infertility. But over 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I fell into the paleo world, then the keto world, and over 10 years ago, carnivore, keto, one meal a day, one snack, game changer. It's amazing. And constipation is a disease of fruit, fiber, vegetable, seeds, and nuts. If you stop pushing out your stool, it will come out on its own. I have maybe 1 or 2 bowel movements a week, no more bowel bleeding, no more pain. It's amazing. And hemorrhoids are gone. I think this is the most amazing thing. Social medicine, again, our job here is put me out of business in my general world of fertility and more. I have so many women and men improving their eggs, their sperm, their embryos, and implantation. I will bet $1 billion that if we really begin to spread the social medicine idea, we could take it away from so many people that are, I think, you're right, the diet causes the disease that we give a diagnosis to, right? And then we're treated with a drug or a dissection, and then we're managing it, right? We're managing it. We're not recognizing that the diet we're eating is deadly. And I've got another book. I'll show it. Is The Absolute Truth Exposed. I think I showed it to you guys yesterday. Ken Fetke is quite amazing. Let me see if I can get it on my Instagram. Again, Ken has passed, but his ideas, he's got some radical things in here. But to me, this is the game-changing advice. When I find radical things that now are no longer radical, it's an amazing thing. Retrieval Thursday, Dr. Chang, 1 embryo made to blast, retrieved 24-50 mature 9. I asked about freezing on day 3, and he was told I don't have a history of miscarriages. I'm 33. So not to freeze on day 3. I can't help but feel devastated. I had a laparoscopy, hysteroscopy. Listen, I do a lot of day 3s. If you have failed implantation, and again, infertility, by the way, and miscarriage is simply a disease of our diets. I think going to blast makes a lot of sense, but it's your choice. You just have to say, I want this. But if you ask the question and get our recommendations, you're going to go with that. And so again, a lot of this has been a world of worldwide medicine, it to me is screwing us all up, unfortunately. Ordered both books yesterday. Awesome. And again, scribble on them, write all them, improve them. Some of them I wrote when I was still a little bit in the plant-based world. Keto can add some plants, but carnivore, come on, right? Don't do that. Again, really radical. Sperm volume, what should I consume? Well, I think, again, it's no plants, no seeds, no nuts. You probably even want to get rid of cheeses and milks or milk products, maybe a little bit of cheese in Kiltz's ice cream. And most of all, it's liver, fatty meat. You might even consume the cow testicles, which could be very positive in all that. Asas Senator, how are you doing? Zoe Zoe. Let's see. Ron Robinson Cosmetic, how are you doing? And look, for me, I mean, obviously we're all working to build our bodies and look good. But even if you're in a body size or shape that maybe the world hasn't accepted, I want all of us to begin to accept whatever size and shape you are. Gender description, color description, it doesn't matter. Health and wellness is first built in the mind and then what you put in the mouth. And keto is good for everyone, but carnivore is for those that want to step it up to the masters. And it's a master class of ideas that, listen, when I started doing this, it changed my life. And I love sharing all day long. I wrote a book on daily inspirations. I wrote a book called The Fertile Secret. I love Rhonda Byrne. She taught me so much. But The Fertile Secret is just like everything else in health and wellness. You must first think in the mind how healthy and well you are. And the more you do these things, oh my God, the universe changes in so many ways. Isn't it quite amazing how nature brings back the green and the birds and the bugs and the bees, and all of it is in transition. We're all constantly in transition and changing. I was listening to Barbara Glanz, Glanz, when things aren't quite working out right, see the change as a gift. And that's really the inspiring things that we want to do every day. What last non-carnivore meal you had? All right. Leela Christ. Okay. So I occasionally do eat French fries dipped in mayonnaise and sour cream, but a completely oh boy, I'd have to go way back. I mean, again, 15 to 20 years ago, plus I'm Italian Mediterranean, pasta, bread, lettuce, vegetables, penne pasta with a little bit of steak or chicken or fish or none of it. I mean, I would say that I primarily focused on a plant-based, low animal fat diet. And really the killer is a low animal fat diet, which is really crazy. Carnivorous ways. And if you haven't checked out Michaela and Michaela Peterson, really Sean Peterson, Sean Baker, Jordan Peterson, you see my brain. We have to work on it. That's why these conversations with all of us globally, food that is advertised as healthy, but in reality is not. Again, plants are the master's way of controlling the masses. So the masters eat Wagyu A5 steak, but they convince all of us, oh my God, you have to eat vegetables and fruit and fiber and cereal and seeds and nuts. Deadly, effing deadly. Sorry. It is not healthy. And again, my best friend Dave Kilmer died of leukemia, 52. My sister Maria Ann Kiltz died of diabetes. And I see so many women and men suffering of diabetes because they're filling their bucket. Remember, this is the bucket, and you don't want to fill this with carbohydrates. In my opinion, it's deadly. And don't forget, do a little bit of this, right? And it's always good to use your own body. Do some light push-ups. They say not to do sit-ups. And you can use your chair to bring your legs up. You can do some yoga, meditation, some Tai Chi and stretching. Black Maximist must fit. Uh, Remember, there are so many men and women of all sizes and shapes. We all don't need to look the same. Whatever you look like, you have to start from there, that you're a beautiful human being. And we're really listening and learning, all of us together. Buying so much farm land and pushing veganism. The masters have a plan, don't they? They want to make the masses meek, where the masters eat, guess what? The meat. Berries. You can eat, Priya, you can eat berries from time to time. Listen, Kiltz's ice cream, what is it made of, right? It's cream, eggs. You can add a little butter. You can actually heat up the cream, add some butter. And then I like the bean, the vanilla bean. Don't use the extract. It has alcohol. And you may choose not to even add the cane sugar. I'm not a fan of honey. This is really kind of great stuff. By the way, if I'm not following you, I want to follow you. We should all be following each other, because the only way to socialize medicine is social media, meaning that you want to know the way to be healthy without a doctor, right? This idea is that you need a primary care doctor. Sorry, nowadays you can Google ideas, you can learn from yourself. You should be able to absolutely buy what makes sense. If and only Zen. One of the problems with honey is it contains a lot of pollen and other microbes that I think are not good for us. Now, pasteurized, maybe organic. Look, at a little bit of honey from time to time is probably joyous. I love sweets. Don't we all? I do not personally eliminate them from my life. Do I love a Wegmans ultra chocolate cake from time to time? Absolutely. A little bit of chocolate, absolutely. Thank you. Listen, we all want to join in this journey. Again, I'm a reproductive endocrinologist. I'm the director of CNY Fertility Centers. We are the least expensive IVF center in America, if not beyond. And we accept all sizes, shape, ages, weights, gender descriptions, whatever medical issues you have. That's my job. But what I've learned is I want to take it beyond CNY fertility. I want to take it, again, we're here globally, but I can't be the only one. Each one of us needs to begin to practice something that is radical and different, that changes everything, by the way. Vanilla bean and ice cream, eggs, some raspberries. I'm not saying, I think some raspberries, a little bit of fruit. I know Paul Saladino, again, from time to time, I don't recommend it all of the time, in my opinion. Denver, how are you doing? Samira, again, hello. Again, we want to all shout each other out. And the more we connect, nowadays in this world, I can connect with people in Norway and in Finland and Australia, New Zealand, Asia, China, Mongolia, all over the world. That's where we want to get to, a point where we don't need a medical expert. We actually need a health and wellness expert that's done the walk, talks the talk. No longer because you have an MD or a PhD degree or nutritional degree and license. Most of it is actually bullshit. I love Bill Gates, honored him for amazing things that they've all discovered, but plant-based diet is for pigs, cows, and sheep. And we are lionesses and lions. It's time we take control of the world we all want to live in. And for me, again, I suffered. My best friend Dave died. My sister died. One of my friends was diagnosed with colon cancer. And Sarah Hallberg, Virta Health, died of lung cancer. Amazing doctor, passionate diabetologist, really helped so many people get off insulin. But the best way to get off insulin is don't eat plants. And if you add fat, remember, fat is the only fuel for the mitochondria. That is it. And I've learned something that has changed my life. And by the way, what's your cholesterol levels? What are your LDL levels? What's your calcium scores? Listen, if you think a test is required to give you a diagnosis, whether you're healthy or not, I say most of it is bullshit. I don't personally recommend all the testing because usually the testing, suddenly you're worried. Oh my God, even me, I have high cholesterol. Well, my grandmother lived 104, my parents 94. It's bullshit. A hemoglobin A1C, you want to get it? Get it. But it's only a measurement of time. If you go carnivore, keto, one meal a day, amazing. Again, there's no plants in that. Now, if you're mostly carnivore, keto, one meal a day, and a little bit of Kiltz's ice cream, I think it's amazing. Fat is the only fuel for your mitochondria. That is correct. I will bet $1 billion glucose is never the energy or fuel for mitochondria. Why would it be when you have fat always? Sugar is never the energy for the mitochondria. Insulin resistance is a lie. It's not true. And you don't fuel your mitochondria or your metabolism with more food. Bull effing, you know what? And so these ideas are radically different. These blood tests are to get us to buy prescription medications. That is it. Listen, a diet, the recommended diet by the masters who control the money, again, no disrespect to the money, by the way, but the marketing, like, have you ever seen Mad Men? What were they interested in? Making money, having sex, and drinking alcohol, and smoking, by the way. And we know those things are not good for the Ferraris. And, yes, there may be some herbal medicines. There may be some prescription medications that, let me tell you, you might want to do it from time to time. I'm not nixing any of that. But what I am saying is, as a licensed medical professional in America, sharing health and wellness ideas that are radically different, this has changed everything in my life. And when I did this, oh my God, again, I'm 66. My energy is amazing. I can still do this, right? And listen, do I have a little bit of fat? Oh, look at, if you don't have some fat in life and and there's a famine, you're fucked. Fat causes no disease. Obesity causes no disease. The cause is what you put in the bucket. And very few people know anything about the glycobiome. I keep on talking about the glycobiome. I know. Let's see if I could turn this one around one more time. And I'm going to get rid of the call. Let's see if we can get back to our lives. Read about glycobiology. It's a game changer. And buy the book, by the way. And when I did this, oh my gosh. And another one is cracking the sugar code. Again, it's really crazy. Hello, Jen from Tokyo. And listen, I love connecting with everyone on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We're working on, more really amazing stories that I think are game changing for everyone. So Dr. Chafee was awesome, Maria, wasn't he? Now he takes his shirt off and maybe looks a little better than I do, but maybe that's not true. Maybe we should recognize the fact that a lot of carnivore maybe is trying to show off. Remember, what do we want mostly? Flattered, fed, and effed. You know that, right? That's what reproductive life is. And if you haven't seen my good friend Julia Child on HBO, it's amazing. So, what test do you need to tell you you're healthy? Zero, my friends. And if we need a scientist to explain it, it is radically wrong. And the more I do this, the more I share this crazy, stupid shit. Don't I sound like a crazy man sometimes? But I have been told by the local hospital academics not to talk about this. And the person who told me not to talk about this had bad diabetes. And then reported to the medical board that I shouldn't talk about this stuff. So DC Rohrbeck, how are you doing? That velvety voice, I like it. I am happy. Do I have relationship problems, exmarital problems, work problems? Do I have lots of problems? You got to fucking believe it. Right. But dead people have no problems. And problems give us the opening to something even more fantastic. FCK Child Support 2. Again, we're sharing and connecting. And the more we connect the dots around the globe with, listen, even the vegans, vegetarians, and Mediterraneans, we want to be in the conversation. Because if we're not talking about this, we're all going to be dying of it, right? And, the world is a crazy effing place, but it's an amazing world, right? It's such an amazing world. I'm always looking at anatomical pictures and trying to understand. See, the lipid bilayer contains proteins, and then it has sugars coming off of it. The sugars are the sugar coating that actually protects us and keeps us healthy. I think I showed you guys this one yesterday, but you're going to be learning more about the glycobiome and how critical it is. And because we eat a high sugar diet, it dissolves the glycobiome. The glycobiome is dead. The microbiome gets into us. Do not take probiotics. They're deadly. Sorry, they're effing deadly. And fiber and vegetables and fruit and 3 to 6 meals a day. You're going to be pooping 3 times a day. It's going to be painful and bloody and hemorrhoids. And you're going to be GERDing all over the place. And the bacteria and yeast are working their way up through the esophagus, down into the lungs, out your rectum, into the vagina, up into the urethra of the penis. It's all over us, by the way. CC did 4. Bradley Allen Davis. How are you doing? Reese Dami. Hello, Kyle. Prebiotics. Listen, the carnivore is kick-ass, the thing we should all do. When you eat fat, the fat that we eat protects the glycobiome, and that's why cod liver oil is good for us. By the way, that's why butter is good for us, because it protects the glycobiome. Forget the microbiome. Probiotics, is another drug that happens to be a supplement. I believe it's bad. Fiber gives me clean wipes. I always call salad nature's toilet paper. It's deadly. But, again, these ideas are so effing radical. But I've learned from Sean Baker, Paul Saladino, Maria Emmerich, Craig Emmerich, Judy Cho, Bellot, Steak and Butter Gal, and the gang, and Raymond and Emily. But really, if you look at the gang, we're all part of the story, okay? It's just probiotics are poop. And again, it's another scientific experiment to sort of tell us, science has the answer. If you read the scientific journals, I read these things because I even see the fact that best practices in gastroenterology, I had to pay $20 for this paper online. Glycobiome, bacteria and mucus at the epithelial interface. What's amazing, and I'll show this, the amazing of this story, I'll put a link on all of these, by the way. If you have a chance to maybe click a picture of that, but I want everyone to start saying glycobiome and glycobiology. It is amazing. Carnivore for a year, and today I tried to give blood and my iron was low. They said, okay, forget iron levels. You feel great. You feel great. That is really the key. You have good color. If you go like this and you have redness, if you have redness in the whites, that's a good sign. And if you also just press on your hand and you see the white go from white to red quickly, that's a sign that you have plenty of blood in your body. So collagen powder, you could do collagen powder or collagen, take the meat, the bones, the leftovers, everything, boil it down. And we're really boiling down these ideas that are really kind of radical. The way the body works is simple. If you eat high protein, high carbs, both of those things go to the liver and they're converted to fat via insulin. If you eat fat, it goes to the lymphatics, it's distributed everywhere. You don't need the liver to do anything to it. Yes, Caroline, bone broth, I love it. I should probably be drinking bone broth. This is my third day, no coffee. Believe me, I'm a coffee holic, but I'm probably more a carnivore holic in so many ways. By the way, since I went carnivore, my eyes have done remarkable. I haven't lost any of my eyesight, and I feel better than ever. Let's see. I want to be my internal medicine physician. Listen, we are all our own physicians. Listen, you have access to more information that I had going to medical school, paying hundreds of thousands of dollars, getting a library card, and letting them know whether or not I could check out a journal article. And nowadays, listen, there's so much stuff out there that is free for all. This is why socialmedicine.com is really a radical concept. Carmen Nabel, how are you doing? Again, no matter your size, shape, age, weight, gender, whatever it is, whether you could bench press or not, it effing doesn't matter. If you simply go carnivore, 1 to 2 meals a day, you will feel the most amazing ever. And fruits and vegetables and salads and seeds and nuts and plant anything is effing deadly, right? Retrieval day is Saturday in Syracuse. I will be there in Syracuse. Jen, is it the morning? And we need to do more where we can add sign language, different languages. We need to share the story all around the globe, right? That's the most important thing. Hey, Deborah Blake, how you doing? Itoro. Again, I'll be there on Saturday in Syracuse with Dr. Banerjee. We're rocking and rolling. I'm so excited. We're going to be working on a new research institute with Dr. Magarelli. We're excited that he's going to be helping move to a different purpose and helping us share something globally that'll help so many more people. I'm really excited about it. Bacon, butter, beef, bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream and salt. And listen, fatty cream, Pittsford Farm cream. But look at a local farm, local meat, local eggs, local chicken, a whole chicken, by the way. So do we eat? I do. If you're going to eat 2 meals, look at bacon and eggs. You can do chicken. Of course, you can do fish if you want, but I don't know. If you put fish and ribeye on a plate in the refrigerator, which one's going to smell up the refrigerator? The fish is. For me, I don't know. In the Buff Wellness, listen, ultimately, we probably should be walking around more naked in our homes, right? Or even in our yards. Ultimately, the world is created in nature. And whatever size and shape you are, enjoy yourself and love yourself. Love thyself first. I love you. I look in the mirror. I love you. And what am I looking at, right? I'm looking at you and all of us together. Egg allergies. You might check out, you might try duck. You might try some local farm raised, free range eggs. They're very different. So that's what I might give it a shot. You got to do something different than you're doing. All of us have been so effed up because we've listened to the doctors who have said what? Oh, a healthy lifestyle, fruit, fiber, vegetables, seeds and nuts, lean meat, no red meat, and 3 to 6 meals a day. Oh, and then get on a treadmill because you're too fat. Well, but if you only ate 1 meal a day, you would get rid of all the inflammation and your size doesn't effing matter. I do some salami, I don't raise my cow and kill my cow. My bit is a little bit of salami and cheese, some prosciutto. Listen, even a little pasta from time to time, a little bit with a lot of cream sauce. But again, gluten allergies, seed allergies, nut allergies. Kiltz for president. I'm bad in politics. I say yes to everything. You don't want me there. I think we all should begin running the country and taking over, because if it's social medicine and it's social running the country, this is where we're going to do it in a better way. And the more we realize health and wellness is determined in here. What do you use to make your ice cream? I use the Cuisinart, I think it is. Give me a second. I think it's a Cuisinart, and I don't know which ones, but oh, by the way, okay, look at what's inside there. I do occasionally have some chocolate. Life is to be lived in occasional treats. Listen, this isn't a world of you know, you never want to cheat, and don't punish yourself. Let's see, the Captain Caveman, how are you doing? Listen, we have so many people sharing this story. You got to listen and learn from everyone. Listen, I know I kind of shout out the craziness. Can you make ice cream with us? I will maybe make ice cream this weekend or next week. Absolutely. And you could share your recipes, live cooking. I will be back. Today I just made my steak and a little bit of liver, duck liver, and a little bit of bacon. Snake River Farm steak, Porter Road bacon, and Hudson Valley foie gras. Amazing. I don't think almond milk. I would rather you do, if you're a vegan, do coconut milk would be prophetic financier. I think it's better to do cow's milk cream, but you could try other milks, goat milk. You could even do human breast milk, believe it or not. They do sell it out there. I mean, to me, human breast milk is what a baby should consume, and they should never touch soy. It's deadly. Can you overdo fat? My weight will not budge. I think for some of us, you got to cut out a lot of fat, but just a little bit with, I don't know, I don't love tenderloin, but I think you're good to go in that way. But you might simply go for a walk. Try the one meal and cut the fat for sure. Jules Marie, how you doing? Parathenia, Aniston. Listen, I'm a little bit dyslexic, ADHD, OCD. Can you tell? And I'm amazed at the changes that I've learned here. Low dose or mini options. Low dose all day long. The Fitnic. I do a ton of mini dose, low dose, even natural. CMC one. It's my pleasure, and thank you everyone for sharing back to me. The more I look at, again, did you know that glycoproteins are three-dimensional little shards that can kill you? Lectins, by the way. And so a high protein diet is not so good for us, right? You should be typically about 20% of protein in your calories, and the rest of it should be fat. If you're gaining weight, you either need to move more or eat less. It really is technically a calories in, calories out. But the truth is, I don't eat anything. We don't know what the F a calorie is. Listen, the scientists give us a story. Maybe it's fucked up. Sorry. Dyslexic is, it's an amazing JD. If I could just shorten these a little bit, it helps me out a lot. Expecting on carnivore was my anxiety when, listen, my anxiety was through the roof. It's gone. Do I sometimes have a little bit? Am I going to say the right thing or do the right thing? Do I look okay? All those stupid things, right? Is my hair right? Am I going to look like an idiot or sound like an idiot? All of us do. In my opinion, plants are the masterful manipulation of the masters to tell all of the masses to eat mush, and we become meek. And the moment men and women, young and old, I don't care what age you are, 95, carnivore is kick-ass amazing. And look at, I work on things like this. So maybe when I'm 95, I can get out of bed on my own and I don't have to have Tia to like, oh, I'm going out, see you in 3 days. And then what am I? I'm alone in bed, right? I can't get up. You guys, we got to move, get to the gym and go in a social way, do some light stuff, get on a bike and go for light stuff. It's social. That's what this is all about. And it's social media, it's social medicine, it's a social life. And why is this so amazing? Keto for kids and teens, Nat Leedy. It is, listen, I grew up on Doritos and pasta and bread and TV dinners. Oh, I love TV dinners. By the way, Dr. Salisbury, James Henry Salisbury, he figured it out amongst other people for a long, long time. He fed his men Salisbury steak. He made it. They made it. It's steak and the fat and a little bit of coffee. Game changed. Better, more than you ever imagined. Let's see. Leela Christ, hello. What? I know. D-Warrior, Bird Dog Consulting. Ooh, oh boy. Consulting and genetics. Awesome. We're all the warriors. Eliminate the worriers, right? Look at Barbara Glanz, Glanz. We'll put some links to Barbara's stuff. Again, I've changed in my 66 years, right? Initially I couldn't read. I was in the back of the class. They'd say, read a sentence, and my brain would go all over and I'd get dizzy and I'd pretty much pass out. And then I went to, grew up in Los Angeles, Mitchell Torina Street School on Sunset Boulevard in Los Feliz or near there. Then I went to Thomas Stark King Junior High School and John Marshall, Los Angeles City College, University of Southern California. Oh boy. And then UC Davis Medical School and, on and on and on and on. But does any of that matter? It doesn't. Wherever you're at, start from there. Empress, how are you doing? Jade, let's see, mocha latte. I do love a mocha. And listen, I do not think coffee and tea is deadly for us. A little bit, come on. You got to enjoy life a little bit. Dr. Magarelli shared a scientific paper with us earlier that coffee is helpful. So he's going to be adding many, many, many more really exciting things to the science of your health and wellness. So I'm really excited about that. Lemon or lime and water. Listen, a little bit of lemon and lime and water, I think is Linda. I'm just going to leave it at Linda, please. I think it's okay. I love a little bit of lime. I love a little bit of lemon in my water. I love a little bit of sparkling water. Gerolsteiner is my sparkling water. 10 eggs is good. 1 egg is good. It took 1 egg and 1 sperm to make me. The same with you, by the way. And, the more we begin to change Salisbury, yes, Caroline, look up, I'm pretty sure SALS, it might be BURRY, but you can Google it, Salisbury steak. You'll find it. There is a book you could get on Amazon about alimentary tract and disease. Again, when I read this stuff, he did the studies, and that's so amazing. And Stephenson, Valhall Stephenson, the studies have already been done. You and I don't need another study to convince us. What we need is more people like you sharing your story on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Listen, none of us are any smarter. We're all as smart. We all are intelligent. And we're all capable of awesome, amazing things. How many egg yolks? You can have as many egg yolks as you want. For my ice cream, I usually do 1 egg yolk, 1 egg per pint of cream, if that's what the question was. Because listen, the baby's way, bacon, eggs, butter, beef, ice cream, salt, but the ice cream or the I is also for intermittently feasting. Protein to fat, it's probably about, let's see, 4-1, 80% fat, 20% protein, but I don't measure anything. Listen, if you're gaining weight and you want to lose weight, either eat less, fast longer, or exercise more. It really is stupidly simple. I know these ideas of science and medicine well, it's got to be complicated. Like, I'm sorry, LDL, triglycerides, and the science is crazy. Jimmy Moore, by the way, keto clarity and cholesterol clarity. We're going to be having Jimmy on very soon. Really excited because Jimmy was one of my inspirations. Eric White Westman also. Everyone doing okay? So again, I simply just get my fatty meat and go from there. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. A little bit of chocolate, I think, is okay. You know, when I do this, I usually will eat about that much in a meal. All right, this much. All right, there's one meal. This is about 4 meals for me. This is 50 ounces. All right, it's at least 4. It might be 5. And as I get to this one meal a day, I don't need as much food to make me feel satiated, but I put the fat and I pour it back on the steak. Now, if you say, oh, I got to lose more weight, more lean is okay. Getting a hold of the nursing team, sent 3 messages in my portal, but no response. Let's see. Send an email, the FitNick, to me, rkiltz@cmyfertility.com, and I will forward it to the nursing team. We are crazily busy. Finding human beings to work is a little bit challenging lately, and so I apologize. 30/70 is good. JD, again, I don't know that it matters so much, but if you're having a disease, fast more, eat more of this, and get rid of the salad. I think that's A.W. Kaufman. How are you doing? Let's try this. All right, you guys, if you Maria Guana, if you really want to join, you just tell me. I'm always willing and able to bring someone on who wants to do a question. All right. I'm not sure. Did you guys want to ask a question? Maybe not. Maybe not. All right. We're going to cancel that. Hang on, everyone. I hope I'm not going to cancel this whole thing, but let's see. Nope. Cancel. I know there's a way to do this, but maybe not. Let's see here. Well, we're all on this together. And so again, if you ask and you want to be part of this, I'm more than willing to be part and bring people on to share their thoughts and ideas. The more we do this, the better. That's really the key to all this. All right. Again, sometimes you accidentally hit it, but if someone wants to be part of the live I can cancel it out I'll have to try it, but I missed that, Tiffany. Thank you. And I'm really grateful to everyone each and every day. I always start the day with meditation and prayer. That's the first thing I do. I always take a nap, usually at least one time a day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and it's always meditation and prayer. That's really the thing that is key to all this. Steak and salmon, Lee Marianne, Tiffany's magazine again. Petite meat, Atarian. I love it. Jack Radical, awesome. And we're all really sharing ideas that please help me to learn and understand all of this better. Sugar-free bacon and eggs, okay, every day. I use a Porter Road. Let me see. I did. This is what again, you can't, it's Porter Road uncured bacon. Smoked bacon's okay, Porter Road, but they're like, go to local You can even buy bacon. You buy pork belly and you can smoke it yourself. That's even better. Even better. So I don't love of sugar cured bacon, although I love sugar. Don't like we all love sugar. Let's be real, right? It's crazy. Moose, Mosey, Man Bob, and there's so many amazing people cooking today, or showing what they're eating, or showing what their exercise. I was watching one with just some light calisthenics, some light push-ups, some stretching, and we want to share that more and more. Into my second attempt at eggs, doing luteal protocol. Any tips? Carnivore, keto, 1 meal a day, and faith leads the way. That is always the most important tip of the day. Luteal phase stimulation. But, again, if you eat this, meat makes mommies, men, the masters, and it builds families. The more I do this, and you can eat the liver if you want, you don't need to, bone marrow, bone broth, all those things, but this is it. Again, I would say, so this is maybe about 10 to 15 ounces a day. It all depends. Everyone's going to figure it out for themselves. I started off by cutting the whole damn thing, and then I would only eat about that much. So now I cut that much. I put it at room temperature or in the refrigerator overnight. I cut it into my 4 to 5 pieces. I usually take the cap off, cut it in half. There's 2. I cut the center portion in 2. There's 2. And then the bone, there's number 5. So I'll eat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of this 50 ounce. So it's about 10 ounces. And again, this has the bone on it. I love chewing on the bone. Let's see. Thanks for the vibes, Caroline. Everyone we're all sharing great, amazing vibration. And nowadays, I don't have to go out. I love to go out, by the way, but I spend a lot more time at home, and I spend a lot more time reading all these papers and trying to figure things out. I do get into the pottery studio and the painting studio because I do pottery and painting. And I occasionally hack on my guitar. I'm pretty bad at that. 10 eggs is awesome. Peterson's bacon. Maybe we should all put a link to some of these things we recommend, but we'll check out Pedersen's, Pedersons bacon, and look at local, organic, free range. Is it really matter? I don't know, but the more we take care of our locals, when the basic food system drops because all those big factories close down, if you don't have local, you're fucked. Sorry. And if you're not fat and there's a famine, you're fucked too. Sorry for my language. Pound of bacon. I think I throw back. But I only cut like a piece of that bacon. I don't even eat the whole thing. I cut a piece with the steak. It's quite amazing. Let's see. Chewing on the bone. I mean, come on. Gnawing on the bone is probably what we're meant to be. Violin, thinking about start. You have to start, Caroline. My daughter plays the violin. She's amazing. I started the guitar probably when I was about 45. Now I'm 66. And then I started singing. I took guitar and singing lessons. And my daughter said, Dad, you can't sing. Now, my second cousin is Bruce Springsteen. Now, I have one of his guitars, and I figured, maybe one day I'll be on the circuit with him, right? No. But I was like, my daughter one day said, hey, Dad, you could sing. Listen, all of us can play. All of us can sing. All of us are amazingly talented. All of us are capable. We become even more capable when we eat like this, right? Desiccated liver tabs, good. Yeah, I think they are. Look, if you just hate to eat liver, why not? Dr. Kiltz's Nutritional Solutions, we sell some liver supplements. Let's see, Ashley Piper, how you doing? Yes, Bruce. Bruce, his mother is a Zarili. My mother's a Zarili. My mother and his mother are cousins. You know, we're all related to someone, right? There isn't that much separation. And remember, faith always first, and fatty, fertile foods, this is second. I say one meal, one snack. If you could do it at night, it's better for the meal. But if you say, I got to have breakfast, great. But what do you want to do after breakfast? Let's see. Let me turn it around for you. Snake River Farms. Now, this is not a cheap steak. It might be $140. But again, 5 days. It's my only meal of the day. Let's see. Isn't that amazing? Again, these ideas are like, really? Is that it? It is. Now, there are a lot of great steaks. You don't have to get a Snake River expensive steak for sure. There are plenty and plenty of amazing ways. It's a magical knot. It is. And maybe, remember, weaving is ultimately making knots, right? And I did used to knit and crochet. My grandmother taught me, and my mother taught me how to sew years ago. Mother Maria, rest her soul, amazing. And Sister Mary Ann also taught me, rest her beautiful, amazing soul. And we're all on the same journey. Quite amazing. About soul, about 10, but try 10. If you do 15 and you're full, put it away. Have a snack with it the next day. That's what I wind up doing. All right. Awesome. Bruce and I were born at the same hospital. Karen, awesome. See, like interweave, and no matter your size, shape, age, weight, gender description, we are all related. And we're all the goddesses and the gods. It's within us. I personally follow a Christian-based teachings, but the philosophy is from Hinduism, Buddhism, the Tao, Judaism, and Islam. They're all of us in humanity. They're just our stories. The more we recognize the stories, the better. So listen, is Carnivore Kiltz here just to share about eating meat? No. It is about how to find health and wellness, whether you're a vegan or vegetarian, a Mediterranean, or a carnivorian. If you go to one meal a day and add the fat, you're fucking amazing already. If you're fat and there's a famine, you're fucking in good shape. I'm sorry. Skinny is deadly in a famine. And why do we get fat? Listen, there's nothing wrong with you. There's no mystery to this. You don't need to know anything other than we are built to get fat. We're built to eat sugar because sugar only existed in the wild, ancient environment for about a month a year, and that was about it, right? And my bet is that we did not eat much in the way of fruit, fiber, vegetables, seeds, or nuts, but we did use it as poison. We use it as truth serum. And actually, they're abortifications. That means plants were used to abort babies. The current abortion pill is made from plants, a plant product, plant derived, and the science has been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. This is the game changer. Mr. Dr. Dr. Xmas, MR, hello. Karen Hirsch, hello. Sewell, we are all individually unique and amazing human beings in this journey. That's why whoever you are, share your story, share your life. And remember, we're all artists and creative. This is one of my early pots. This is simply a slab piece. I did it over a plaster piece. And look at, this is where I serve my steak and occasionally serve my French fries. And when I would do steak, fries, and a green, all three, but now it's steak. And occasionally I serve my French fries to my friends. And listen, again, from time to time, why not? Right? Why not? If we're going to never have a sip of wine, if we're never going to have a bite of a fry or a bite of a cookie or a little ice cream, I mean, come on. Life has got to be much more unique and fun than that. Tallow, and use tallow, ghee, or butter on top of your steak. Or I typically will put butter on top of my steaks. The tallow, I do fry my French fries. I take the skin off, I cut it thin, and I put them in duck grease. Oh my God, amazing. Maldon salt, sea salt, and then I take sour cream and mayonnaise and whip it together. And if you even want to add a little bit of blue cheese and that salt, game change. Again, you got to go to the party, and from time to time, you don't always eat this, but you can say, sorry, this is all I eat. This is who I am. Tallow cream for my body. Karen, can you comment about whether or not you use your tallow cream in your hair? Besides our skin, really tallow cream or lanolin from sheep, that's what we should be using for our bodies. The plant oils, it's killing the world because we're planting all the coconuts everywhere, palm oils. I'm sorry, it's effing deadly, is my opinion. Tips needed to figure out how to lose more fat when you plateau at a certain weight and you go no further. I've got a little of the same problem, right? All of us, but again, maybe if you find joy and happiness and love it and go to maybe the leaner meats, by the way, chicken, tenderloin, some fish, but have a little bit of extra. I think it's okay. But maybe you want to get out on a walk or go on your light bike, or you want to do a little bit light weights. Some people do more heavy pressing. Anthony Chafee, Sean Baker. Sean Baker is the expert, but there's some others. Keto Savage. If you haven't looked at Keto Savage, amazing. Wouldn't tallow cream make your hair really? Listen, again, it's more of a used in order to kind of freshen it up. And I know some people put a little bit. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, I used to put a lot of fat because I wanted to slick it back, and it was way down here in a ponytail a long time ago. Lots of networking, flexible in eating what's available, but wisely, enjoying then to be, yes, listen, rigidity is not good in life. Listen, if there's a famine and there's only fruits and vegetables, don't fuck yourself. Eat the fruits and vegetables, right? But cook them well. And if you have some fat around, add it. Like, why do you think we invented chicken soup? And why did we add the vegetables? Likely because there wasn't much chicken to go around for everyone else. So if you have a problem, I've got lots, by the way, and you want to solidify it and help you live and heal better, making a little love. Listen, we are sexual reproductive animals. We need touch and kindness and love. And the more we give it, the more it comes right back to us. And that's really the critical part. I was seeing a little bit of the Marilyn Monroe story. It's what a sweet, amazing young lady. But the world sometimes, we're not giving it and sharing it in a way that is honorable to all sides, right? That's what we want to be, is honorable to all sides. Survival of the fittest, but maybe the fittest is the most adaptable. And so, again, if you're only going to eat this and there's nothing else and there isn't this, be adaptable to the time. Cream in my hair. Again, maybe you thin it out with a little ghee. Maybe you just use the ghee. But maybe we're doing it all the wrong way. I mean, did we bathe 3 to 6? Did we bathe every day? Quite likely not, right? We're washing away all the skin oils. The oils are critical to keep a lot of the microbes that love the glycobiome at bay. And so, listen, probiotics, would you put them in the eye? Would you put them on the skin or in the womb? No, you would not. All right. Talia Bertosi, hi. And again, wherever you're at in this world, we're all on this journey together. Singer, songwriter, UT, trying my best to spread truth. Nate Hill, awesome. Your videos and immediately resonated with everything you say. Could you expand on the topic of plant oils? Well, the biggest issue with plant oils is they're phytochemicals, and the plants make poisons to attract things or repel things. And remember, I want to attract you because I'm going to kill you. And my sense is we have overpopulated the natural vegetation of the world with our plant oil products, which I think are kind of deadly in all of this. So, my sense is, coconut oil, olive oil, hemp seed oil, but really it's likely the animal fats are much better, and maybe even the fish oils, the cod liver oil. But really, if you get the fat directly from the animals, that's the very best ever in the universe. That's what I think is the very best. Maria Renee Kuhnman, Amanda, and Marie Relke. If you haven't read Marie Relke or Khalil Gibran, the Prophet, we all need to do this. What do you think of allulose as a sweetener? I haven't tried allulose. If it's a plant sweetener, so is cane sugar. I think we know a lot about cane sugar. Personally, I go right to that a little bit. And now that I do a lot of this carnivore keto, 1 meal a day, I need less. But I'll look it up. I don't know about the. I'm gonna shoot a quick picture of it so I'll remember that. I apologize. That we're all learning new and different things. I don't love the stevias, the other plant sugars, substitutes. By the way, fructose, galactose, lactose, and sucrose are all natural sugars for the human body. And fructose, I don't believe is a deadly thing if you consume it from time to time. But all the time, it's not good. It's not good. Ribeye steaks every day, but they are, listen, you could do chicken. You could bake chicken. I love baked chicken. You can do lots of different things. You can buy a leaner steak, get a chuck steak, get some ghee or butter and add it to it. And you might even grind it up, freshly ground yourself, best way. And then I put some blue cheese. If you put a little crab or lobster, have a few oysters or clams, there's a lot of ways to do these things. If you eat, if you believe you want to lose weight, then why eat 3 meals a day? Go to 1. If you eat more protein, less fat, and no carbs, that'll help also, by the way. Later tomorrow, Sylvia, yes. I'm in the OR all day tomorrow, and maybe it might have to be Friday's a better day for me. Again, thank you everyone for joining. Let's see, Carnivore Cavelli tomorrow. I might be with, oh boy, give me 1 second. I'm going to work to get this real quick. Dr. Lisa Weidman. I'm looking to have a live with her, possibly Friday evening, 3 to 4. On Instagram, we might add in a YouTube and Facebook at the same time. Kiltz's Keto Carnivore for Life Game Changer. And it's for a fertile life, whether you're attempting to conceive and have a baby, or you're just looking to be the strongest and best. But the most important part is it starts with turning into the mirror and loving the beautiful human being you are right now, no matter the size and shape. And if a doctor says, oh, you got to lose weight, you know what? Just say, thank you very much. I love you. You never want to lose weight. You always use your weight. And you're saying, okay, do I need to eat this? Or really, do I already have more than I need? Of course, we all do. Isn't ketosis a disease state? Ketoacidosis is a disease state which is related to no insulin, but it never happens in someone with normal insulin function. And by the way, type 2 diabetes is simply a disease of eating plants. No plants, no type 2 diabetes. It's gone. Insulin, metformin, you lose 50, 100 pounds if you want to, but if there's a famine and you're skinny, you're fucked. Sorry about that. All right, everyone. I love you. Thank you for joining me. More tomorrow, and keep the messages, but we all must follow each other so we build the community of social medicine through through social media and beyond. Take care.